As I said, there's going to be a variety of applications, much more variety than we've seen to date. Australia has developed its skill base for installation of small residential systems very, very rapidly. We now have some of the most efficient and lowest cost installation systems in the world. If you look at prices of residential systems in, say, the US, you'll see they're much more expensive than they are in Australia, and most of that is because of the installation side of the equation, not the power module side of it. So we have become very efficient at doing standardized installations quickly and cheaply and efficiently. We haven't yet built many power stations. We're starting to build now the 50 megawatt power station out at Nyngan, and the larger one at Broken Hill. So those will be the really first big ones that were built, and we haven't developed that skill set yet, but the company that's building those power stations, First Solar, has built a lot of those overseas, so they're transferring their knowledge base into Australia for those systems. Yes, we'll need to train people. We've had to train all the installers that we've now got in Australia. We've got about 4,000 accredited installers. They've all had to be trained. The PV industries work very hard to get accreditation processes, training courses, and all of that in place. As you know, I work at the University of New South Wales. We started the very first, the world first PV engineering degree here a few years ago, and at the time no one thought that it was really worth having a specialised engineering degree in PV. But since then, of course, we've been inundated with students from Australia and around the world wanting to do this degree because this area is growing so rapidly, not only here but everywhere. And so the skill sets needed are in high demand. And what we really have to also do is go back and retrain all those engineers who are out in the power sector who went through before PV was taught at universities, and retrain them so that they understand PV. We also have to make sure that all the electricians know about DC wiring and about PV, because that's not at the moment a standard module for electricians. So there's odds and ends of training that we have to add on to existing training and skills bases, and there's whole new degrees and training that we can start to do for new applications as they come in. At the moment, we're producing about, say, 3% of Australia's electricity. And as I said, that's really only with, say, 15% of our houses having PV and almost no industry using it and very few commercial installations using it. So we've got a huge potential. We can grow the household market much higher than it is now. We can grow the commercial and industrial market, but we can also put solar power stations in. So we haven't got a shortage of sun and we haven't got a shortage of roofs anytime soon. The market for PV is potentially very, very large. Our off-grid market is also very good. We have a lot of, I don't know, I'm just trying to think, 400 or more, I think 2 gigawatts of off-grid diesel power stations in Australia. So huge potential there for the mining sector, for the pastoral sector, for off-grid residential use, for all our telecommunications, all our long-distance pipeline cathodic protection systems, navigation aids, all of that market is is already using a lot of PV, but can probably use more. So it's hard to put a target or a limit on it, but it would be very easy to see in a few decades' time 30% rather than 3% of our electricity coming from PV.